Have you ever moved on from a breakup too quickly? Have you wondered if it is time to spice things up in the bedroom, maybe with some toys or handcuffs? And what would you do if your husband suddenly wanted to try cross-dressing? Or if your best friend or boyfriend was getting a little too close at work? And how long is too long to wait for a husband who has packed up and vanished? Welcome back to What She Said and this week's No Holds Barred Unspoken segment, where you, our listeners, have not held back in submitting some very raw and very revealing dilemmas. So, to help us navigate your tricky situations, we are beyond thrilled to be joined this evening by dating and relationship coach and stranded on Honeymoon Island star Jess Matthews.
Hi, thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you. Do you want to
I
just dive into the questions?
think so because they're big questions and I'm super curious about them. Like I'm so into these questions. So let's
Good.
give them the space that they deserve.
So my little listener has emailed through. I've ended a relationship recently, and not long after, I met someone new who I really connected with. A close friend told me it was too soon and that I should have taken more time to process things, especially out of respect for my ex, who took the breakup hard. Now, my ex has found out that I'm seeing someone and has sent me some pretty hurtful messages, accusing me of cheating, which I didn't do. I can't help but wonder, is it really wrong to move on quickly if it feels genuine? I'm feeling torn and not sure how to handle it.
Well, I think number one, the first thing that stands out to me there is that somebody else is giving you advice about your relationship, and that's personal. Nobody else gets to decide on how you heal from a breakup or how you move on or when you move on. And a lot of the time in relationships, there's actually one person who's far more removed sooner than they break up. So that could be the case here. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'd say, look, breakups and healing is never linear, and it's not really anybody's business to comment on the way that you should process and move through that. So that's
100%.
that's my first point there. We don't know how long it's taken to move on, but I'm assuming it must be pretty quick if she's experiencing some emotional whiplash about it.
Mm.
I generally would say that it is safe and wise to give yourself some time to really heal after a breakup. It does take quite a bit of time to recalibrate, depending on how amicable or not it's been. And also just to give yourself the space to have time to yourself and fall back in love with yourself, I guess, and remember who you are as when you're not part of this couple. You
Mm-hmm.
kind of need to decouple and then come back to yourself before you're ready to go out in the world and work out what you might want next, because with every relationship ending there's lessons, and we hope that we reflect and we think, well, I did that wrong there, or this wasn't quite right with them and I need to kind of correct and adjust. So it takes a bit of time to reflect on those lessons, and I think it's never a bad thing to be spending some time alone after a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's not the case in this situation. So let's just cut to the
No, it's
chase.
so mature of you, but I feel like a lot of people are not mature in a break. I was like, I really need to reflect on what it is. Like, no, I'm going to go and cut my hair off and I am
Yeah.
going to go and look fine.
Oh
Mhm.
my God, the last thing that I want to do after a breakup is get into a relationship with another man. All I'm doing is Googling where to buy a groovy puppy. You know what I mean? I'm like, never again, never again. We've been sold a lie. But that's me. That is me.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, look, this person's gone into a new relationship. There is the question, of course, of is this a rebound thing? And,
Hmm.
you know, have they not kind of tied up all those loose ends emotionally for themselves, and they're just kind of putting themselves into another situation where instead of going through the discomfort
Hmm.
of the breakup and really sitting in it and like reflecting and learning and going through those lessons, they've just kind of added another person into the mix where they get,
Swept it under the carpet.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But look, that's an assumption again on my behalf, and this person might be the love of their life. So let's just assume that everything is a green light and they've healed quite well and this relationship is great.
Well, I've had the unfortunate luck back in the day of being a person that the guy has before he meets the one.
Oh.
And it was always really quick afterwards. And then all of a sudden, he's engaged. And I'm like, but he didn't want to get married. He didn't want to have kids. Like, what the fuck?
Do you think men do this? Like men do it quicker than women do? It always seems to be women go through breakups and then all of a sudden, like this, the man's in a relationship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was for me. It was a matter of weeks after that we had separated, and for me, I'm like 13 years down the track. I'm still not getting into a relationship. I definitely have healed. It's just now I'm really scared to open myself up to it.
You've healed too much.
Self-aware.
Yeah, exactly. Too self-aware.
I know she said she wasn't cheating, but if it was like super soon, it almost sounds like, unless she's gone out and, because we don't know how old this person is either, unless they've gone out clubbing and hooked up, it's more realistic that she's had this person in their life and has known them, whether they've been a friend.
But I read that apparently females think about leaving the situations at least 6 months before they actually bite the bullet and do it.
Yep. I think women are kind of get really timid around ending things because we're like, oh, is there going to be nobody else? Like, how can I do this? Can I do this? Can I be the one to break up with him? So we wait until something goes really horribly wrong.
Yeah, and that's my art.
Yeah.
So is it too quick, do you think, or go for it, girl? Move on.
She needs to deal with the ex who's accusing her of cheating. And I don't know. I really think that's not his business, and she needs to set some boundaries with him because so sorry, but you fumbled the bag, mate. She's gone. And it's not her responsibility to emotionally support him anymore. And all that might seem harsh. I mean, maybe it warrants a conversation where she says, look, I didn't cheat on you. I did care about you until the end of our relationship. It didn't work for me. I'm sorry, but not even I'm sorry. We don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
But I have moved on, and I can't change how you feel about it. But I'd appreciate that you don't accuse me and send me vicious text messages every day or whatever it's doing.
Yeah,
absolutely. 100%. Best way to get over someone is to get under someone you're on.
Yep, there's also some truth to that.
Speaking from experience, Emma.
I'm just saying.
That's the funnest way.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, and your friend's probably being a friend trying to call you out, but she can also mind her own.
I agree. Yeah, it's unsolicited advice unless she's asked for her opinion or said, I'm really struggling because my ex is back in the picture and is accusing me. Then give her other advice.
Yeah, like what to wear. Do that.
That's right.
Exactly.
I actually have one. So it says, I'm 33 and love your podcast. Thank you.
Of course.
I have particularly enjoyed the Spicy Book Club segment. I've been with my not yet husband since we were 17. We have no children. It's just us, and we are happy with that. Neither of us have slept with anyone else, which is fine because we don't actually want to. But our bedroom life is pretty ... stagnant. I'd never really read spicy books before your podcast and never watched porn. I'm pretty sheltered, really, but some of the books are kind of getting me heated. And I think I may want to try some toys or paddles or handcuffs at the very least. How do I approach the subject with my man? Also, I called him my not yet husband. Do you think he will ever ask me to marry him?
Two massive topics there, isn't there?
Yes. One extreme to the next.
I reckon if he hasn't asked you by now, he's never going to ask you.
17 years, what is he doing? Does he not think after 7 years that he might need to go and purchase a ring? Has he not saved money in his piggy bank? Like, what's going on?
I'm happy to talk about the cat of nine tails.
Yes.
I'm happy to get involved here.
I'm so here for the Spicy Book Club, and I'm not surprised that this person has kind of started to open herself to that side of her sexuality / exploring intimacy via spicy books, because I think that women are a little bit more stimulated emotionally and mentally,
Mhm.
rather than just like the hard visuals of porn.
Yeah.
I can't help but do this.
Yeah. I'm just making the noises.
It's a great entrance into the spicy world, really.
Mhm.
And
Oh, no, wrong time. Sorry.
and I think it just sounds like she needs to have to experiment a little bit and
Mhm.
explore a little bit with her partner. And for some reason, these two questions about using paddles and handcuffs, and then also I called him my not yet husband. Do you think you'll ever ask me? They strike me as someone that's not willing to have these conversations. And if you've been together for 17 years, but you haven't discussed marriage, then I guess it's not a surprise that it's difficult to talk about toys or paddles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel for her in that regard, but I think it's really important to say that, you know, in a good relationship, it should never be hard or frowned upon to go to your partner with anything.
That's
Like,
right.
at least be heard. You know, they don't have to say, oh, fuck yes, we're getting married tomorrow, but they should be able to listen, and you should feel safe to do that. In terms of exploring her own sexuality, I think it's a really exciting time, and rather than being scared of it, be like, cool, I listened to this Spicy Book Club podcast and read this book, and it's making me feel a different way than I usually would about my sexuality. And that's so enlightening.
Mhm.
And so exciting. And I think maybe a conversation, it could be a starting point of a conversation with her not yet husband. It could be talking about the spicy books. And just trying to bring a little bit more playfulness and fun into their dynamic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Screenshot a section of the book that actually gets her all hot and bothered and send it over to him.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Because missionary can get kind of boring after a while, right?
Yes.
Also, what man, sorry, I'm going to generalize it, but what man isn't going to be open to like a little bit of play?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
It'd probably be a breath of fresh air, and it's a whole, like, it's opening a whole new world because there's like flirtation. You might go from paddles and handcuffs to complete bondage.
Or
You never
diamond
know where
ring.
to go.
I feel like
Oh,
paddles.
a diamond ring. A diamond butt plug.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this could be a lot of fun for them.
Mhm.
yeah. I just think paddles though, like
Start with the
please,
spatula.
please,
We've talked about
sweetheart.
this.
No,
Yes.
not even just a little light spanking with the hand will be fine. I paddles way in the deep end. That's my thoughts
All
anyway.
right, then get your feather duster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
There's
light.
also there's something called the erotic blueprint, which is like love languages, but for your sexuality, and it's divided into 5 different blueprints. And so I would highly recommend she goes and looks that up. You can do
Yeah.
it, and it tells you what blueprint you are. And that might give her like a little bit of insight. She can get her not husband to do it with her. And they can find out if they're, well, we hope they're sexually compatible, let's be honest, but how they can work together to.
Oh my God,
get it
Jess,
to
I am
work.
loving your hand movements.
I'm
So we've got the
very
claps.
it's a lot.
The claps, and we've got the hand movements.
Yeah. I'm
I
done
can't
for it.
forget that.
Ah, no, you're so gross. You're so gross. Yeah, I reckon go, girl. Get into it. Just say we're having some playtime.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be the robber and you're gonna be the cop. And we're gonna start off with handcuffs.
Or you could get those spicy dice, and then you have to blame it on the spicy dice.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
is a
Although
good one.
I did see a fail with that one, and it was something like lick the floor.
Maybe examine the dice and cross out and write something else on it then before you start
Yes.
playing. Are you
I
speaking
think
from experience, Emma? Have you looked to the floor?
No, just once, okay? No, it was like a meme. I saw it. It was like 2 dice, and it was a bad roll. Whatever floats your boat, though, right?
Exactly.
I mean, there's something for everyone.
Okay, so this one's quite. Be prepared.
Gird your loins, people.
My husband hit me with an absolute bombshell the other night, and that is that he's struggling with his feelings. I've known something was up for the last few months. he has been obsessed with shaving, like everywhere. He just claims it all came out of him and some of his mates playing around on Snapchat with different filters one night while they were out. And now he's telling me he's jealous of me getting my nails done. And the big one, he wants to try cross-dressing. I'm disorientated, numb, shocked. All the words that mean the same thing. We were planning on a holiday for our anniversary, but now I don't even know if I want to bother.
Go on the holiday alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let the cross-dressing stop the holiday. Like,
Absolutely not.
just because he's cross-dressing doesn't mean he's gay, right?
Exactly. You could have you could have all these different partners too, with different names. Like
Exactly.
it might be like partner's name might be Matt, and then you have like Maria.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Yes.
You'd never get bored.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. I think we could speculate forever around, he's playing with mates on Snapchat with the shaving and whatnot, but he's actually come out and said he wants to try cross-dressing. So I think then it's on her to decide whether she's okay with it and how okay with it she is.
Exactly.
And then also do the work of understanding that that doesn't mean that he doesn't love you unless he also says that. And
you could go and get your nails done together.
Right. I don't know though, right? Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh yeah.
At some stage, she would have decided dressing like a woman's not enough.
Yeah.
So now that I've thought it through, I am a little concerned. So I think she needs to sit down and have a proper conversation with her husband and ask, is it just clothes that you like wearing or shaving, or is it
agree. In all seriousness, I agree too. And if she is comfortable with it, then great. But if she's uncomfortable with it at a certain stage, maybe set some boundaries around it that work for her too, and that don't stifle his experimentation. But yeah, I think it is about getting to the crux of it and understanding what that really means for him.
You're both involved in the relationship. It just can't be this is what he wants to do and you just kind of have to go along and be the supportive partner. You then have to make a choice whether this is something that you're comfortable with.
And it's also okay not to be.
And it's okay to go, I love you, obviously, because you're my husband, but this is not something that I'm comfortable with. And she might go, I feel like if this is what you're able to say to me now, then this is something that has been building up in you for a long time, because we know generally men don't talk about their feelings, or if they do, they've bottled it up for so long. So it's like, if this is something you want to experiment, by all means, go for it. I'm very much a person who's like, you're both individual people, but you've chosen to be together. So you've chosen to have your individual lives, but also you've chosen to have a life together. And my thing is, don't ever get to the end of your own life and think, what could have been if I didn't, if I didn't meet my partner, I might have chosen to be a woman or dress like a woman. Like, don't ever get to that point, even in a relationship, that you get to the end and you go, I wish I only did this. You only get one life. So by all means do it. You potentially might hurt someone on the way there, and but you can't expect someone to stand by you if they've chosen that this is too difficult for them to stand through.
And do you know what? Good on him for owning it and actually coming.
100%.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so brave.
Yeah. I say go on the holiday, use the holiday to kind of understand each other, work it out, and see where you move on from there. You might come home and go, do you know what? Okay, I can't handle this. One of us has to move out. Do it amicably. Or you might come home and go, do you know what? Actually, that was a bit of fun. We went somewhere where no one knew us and you could experiment, and I didn't have to either feel embarrassed, or I enjoyed going along with it.
Yeah.
Go on the holiday.
Okay. It's also okay to say yes for the moment, like do your best, like do your experimenting, and then later on be like, I thought I could, but I can't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's okay to change your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. My boyfriend and my best friend work for the same company. He is a mechanic and she got a job through me and my boyfriend as a parts interpreter. It's not an uncommon thing that I pop in unannounced to their work for a catch-up. But this year, at least, every time I pop in, I see my boyfriend and bestie always in extremely close proximity of each other. I am starting to get sus. What should I do?
What are they doing in close proximity? Like, are they sharing food or are they passing tools to each other?
Well,
Yeah, right. Are you passing tools? Like if he's a mechanic and
she's a parts interpreter, which is like somebody that orders parts for things.
Oh, okay.
So technically, she should be in the office
Mm.
and he should be on the floor.
back in your box, love.
Oh,
Stay in your
I had to
lane.
look up what a parts interpreter.
Very good. Thank you for doing your research, Emma.
I'm pretty torn about this too. I mean,
Could be very innocent.
yeah, gut instinct though, right?
Because what is it now? Say 6 months in, and every time she's popped in, how often does she pop in? I'm guessing she got like maybe once a week for a coffee, or she might just work down the road. Who knows?
Just pops in unannounced.
Yeah, that's weird.
Not neighbors. She could have a mature conversation with the boyfriend and say, I've noticed that there's been a shift in the dynamic of our relationship or something about the energy.
Yeah.
However, I kind of think that if you suspect someone's cheating, you should do the opposite of what you want to do. So instead of putting them under heavy surveillance,
Yeah.
I was thinking a nanny cam.
Emma's already pulled out her credit card.
This is
She's
why you're
ordered
never the
on Amazon.
bride. This is why you're never the bride. We got it.
I kind of just think that if someone's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. I mean, it's so easy to say, but you don't want to waste your time and energy and headspace ruminating and worrying, because I just think it comes out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you end up looking like the crazy one, and they're like, "Oh, I can't be with you.
That's right.
You're
And then
crazy. You keep showing up at work." Yes.
Yeah.
And you second guess yourself, then they can gaslight you. So it's best to just, like step back and watch from afar. Like, don't let it go, but just keep mentally keep tabs on it.
Question: if you're watching from afar,
Far.
is there a
Is the
shot?
nanny cam still okay?
Can I bug them?
Is there shrubbery and binoculars? Is that okay?
Oh,
Because that
100%.
sounds okay to me, right?
absolutely. I mean, look, if it gets to like the stage where they're both staying late at work, and it's a panic, and it's 8:30 p.m. and if you get any of the obvious signs,
Yes.
like hiding phones, like going to work early, coming home late, going on business trips, that's when you start getting out the nanny cam and the binoculars, I reckon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be sniffing him every time.
Oh,
he came
oh
in.
my gosh.
Yep. You smell like my friend. What's been
It's
happening?
hard though because it's your friend, so it'll be a familiar.
Mm.
Oh,
I would
Emma,
not.
Emma, your
How
psycho
good of a
your
friend
psycho
is
streak's
this
coming
too?
out, Em.
I don't know. There's too many unanswered questions.
Many
Variables.
variables there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I would say suss out your boyfriend if he's the one that got her the job. Suss out why they have to work together so much.
Mm.
yeah.
How many parts does he really need to have interpreted?
Exactly. Interpreting your parts today,
Good luck, love. That's all I can say. I would say suss him out.
I reckon she'll have the answer within 2 months.
Yeah.
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 They slip up pretty easy, don't they?
Yeah,
Mhm.
they do. They really do.
Look under the pillow for her underwear.
Under the visor, you reckon?
Where's all your hiding spots, mate?
At least it's easy access for her to go to the workplace, so
Exactly.
he's not there or she's not there or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
True.
So soon.
So, after yet another fight, my husband of 5 years stormed out with a suitcase full of things, taking the car and leaving me to pay the rent on my own. It's been 3 months and I haven't heard from him. He hasn't messaged, called, or even liked my posts. Okay, can I just say I'm millennial? But anyway, I've been thinking about moving to a smaller place because the rent is too much for me on my own. But here's the thing. I miss him and wonder if we can work it out. Am I delusional?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, mate.
Your shit and leave.
Honestly, love.
Pack it up.
It's not.
Stop holding on.
Not only has he not spoken to you for 3 months, he hasn't liked a social media post either.
I mean,
He
that's
has
it there,
left-
right?
Is he alive or is he missing? Does
Exactly.
she
The
know
only
that
text
he's
I've been
alive?
writing to him is,
Yeah.
are you dead?
Yes.
Actually, let's make sure that he has still got a presence online. If he's still got a presence online and he's been active online, unless he's blocked you, then you can't really do
Has he
that.
filed a tax return? Start there.
Not there.
What am I
Put out a
entitled
missing
to? Second
persons.
question.
I feel like she's being really unfair on herself. Like, why are you paying more rent for someone that has disrespected you so much that they're not even texting you back?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is
Doesn't
not a
work.
boyfriend either. This is a husband of
Husband.
5 years. So you would think that you've been at least together for before the 5 years, unless it's just a snap wedding.
Yeah.
And he's taken the car. I don't know if she has a car, but he's taken the car and just bolted. He's got another family. Oh, he's leading a double life.
Is he a truck driver?
Maybe.
What?
Maybe.
A truck driver?
Truckies,
Sailor?
yeah.
Sailor got a family in every port.
Sorry, that's really sorry. Sorry to all the truck drivers out there.
And the sailors.
She doesn't just
We might be right about the sailors, but we'll move on.
Yeah, she's just got to pack up and leave. And also,
Yeah.
I feel for her. She misses him, and moving to another place by herself, she's not going to miss him any less. However, what she's going to have is a space where she's paying less money and spending less time and energy like on him and worrying about him. And if he does come back, it's on her terms.
And also, being in a new place, it'll remove his presence, his energy from the house. Fresh start.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got to
I'm a little bit more worried about this person for the fact that
It disappeared.
no, not the fella, the woman. The fact that he hasn't touched base at all in 3 months after 5 years of marriage, and she still wants him back. I'm more worried for her and what mental state she's in.
Yeah.
Why are you waiting around for someone who clearly has disrespected you? No, you can do better than that.
I also have another very valid point, and it's a serious one.
Is it though?
Is it?
What
We
if-
know you.
What if her husband is one of the ones that she's sewn and isn't?
Oh.
Maybe somebody just came and stole her car, and he just happened to be sitting in the passenger seat.
Oh.
So they've
But
got
he
like
took the car.
They can do a T. What is it? A T3, T2, whatever it is.
You mean highway perks? Is this what we're talking about?
If she's still missing him after, okay, they've been married for 5 years and he's left for 3 months. He's done this before,
Clearly.
for sure.
Clearly.
Yeah.
He knows what to take and what to leave. Leave
Yeah,
the debt, take the asset.
Exactly.
He's not liking the posts as well, so
You gotta love that, right?
But also, did they share a bank account? Like, why can't you check to see whether or not he's made any transactions?
So this is a question. A lot of people don't share bank accounts.
But you're his wife. You could go to a bank and show them your ID and say, I'm his wife. I'm concerned about him.
Has he made any? But then I guess that's what the police are for, because they can actually do that investigation. Or maybe he's in police custody.
Yeah. She sounds quite stuck, but I think moving out, galvanizing, changing location, space, energy.
100%.
Yeah.
Move on with your own life and start with a new place.
Yeah. Sage all your stuff. Sage it all.
Throw everything out that
Yes.
100%.
Or just burn it.
Yeah.
Backyard bonfire. Never hurt anyone.
We know you love a good backyard bonfire, Em.
I want her to be okay. I want to know
Yes.
2-3 months that she's okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I have a question. Do you have any dating advice for Paige? Because as you've heard, she's been single a long time. We've tried. We've gone on a girls' trip.
We went to Tasmania. We made shirts. We wore the shirts. We approached the men.
Apps? Are you on the apps? I know that's
No, I hate the apps. Do you know, I really wish that I could find someone the what's that word that I'm looking for? Authentic. It's not the authentic way, but you know what I mean.
Pulse was the word I was using, but go for it.
Yeah, I was thinking alive, not sewn.
Yeah, or crocheted.
Yeah.
But just, find someone somewhere.
Yeah. I think it sounds really naff, but it's like you got to just go out and be doing things all the time and get yourself in new environments. When you're going to a coffee shop, make sure you smile at the person that's next to you, even if it's a man or if it's a woman. It's just about building those connections organically. And then you broaden your circle, even of friends. And I think a lot of us, because we do hide behind the apps, I know that you don't like them, but we just get complacent with actually working on building organic connections with people. We just forget, like we don't even look at people when we're out. We just like are on our phones all the time. And I think a smile or hey, like I love the color of your jumper or what kind of coffee are you having goes such a long way. And although it's not a huge like definitely do this and you'll find love answer, I think it's like the incremental changes that you make day to day, week to week. And then the also really naff answer is like go and do things that you love and sign yourself up to, I don't know, cooking classes, book clubs, all that sort of stuff, so that you are connecting with like-minded people. This is hard, but I was going to say traveling. I have most of my success overseas with dating.
Italy,
like long term.
Italy. It's Italy.
Long term too, like short term, long term, everything. I just feel like when you go away from home and when you're somewhere else, you just like, fuck it.
You take on a new persona, don't you? Because you're like, no one knows me.
It's just a new energy. And okay, it might be something that like it's a week-long fling, but you never know what that's going to like, where that's going to take you, or you know, what boyfriend you might have in what country next week. I think
I want to be single again. Can I be single again?
And also, that's it. Like that's the bottom line. Being single is great.
But you know, I'm at that stage in my life where I would like to share experiences with a significant other. Do you know what my biggest problem is? Is I find someone who I think is really attractive and then I lose all my words. My words just disappear, or I fumble on things and I look like a right idiot.
I do that too. I get really.
How do I get over that?
Practice. That's the thing. Just sort of practice.
Oh.
So to own it too. Like, but practice that. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And what was the thing you said? I want to share experiences with someone. Go and get the experiences and see who else is doing them. And what you'll find.
Food for thought, Jess.
Write yourself a list of like, okay, I'd love to do these experiences with a partner, and like write 5 things or something, and then give yourself a timeline to do 3 of them.
That's a good idea.
What about long distance? Because if let's just say Tassie doesn't work out and she meets someone in Melbourne, what's your thoughts on that?
Love it.
Love it.
Love long distance. Because like mystery fosters desire. That's an Esther Perel quote, and it's just it's sexy to be apart from each other because you're not living on top of each other all the time, and you always have this like burning urge to see them, and so it's like spicy and exciting. And in terms of like Tassie and Melbourne, piece of piss, you know.
Exactly. It's like an hour and 15.
And it gives you time to do you, and it gives him or her time to do them too. You know what I mean?
And I keep saying, explore her. You know what I mean?
I'm not into girls though, and I think there's nothing wrong with female and female relationships. I don't find it.
She wants to be in the V.
No, you don't know.
I don't think I'm going to explore that.
Well, explore their list of experiences.
Yes.
And if nothing else, you're going to do some of the experiences, and it's great. Like,
this is true.
Well, that's it. Well, my suggestion was find them at Bunnings because plumbers and electricians, they make a lot of money. And the other one was a graveyard because the baggage is already gone.
Bunnings is great.
Thanks. Thank you. That's what I said. So that is a wrap on this week's Unspoken. A huge thank you to Jess Matthews for joining us and sharing your wisdom and honesty and humor. We absolutely loved having you on. And if you want more of Jess's no BS advice, head to theboydetox.com or follow her journey on Stranded on Honeymoon Island. And to everyone who trusted us with their stories, thank you. We never take it lightly. So if you've got your own dilemma, slide into our DMs or submit it anonymously. We are always here for the juicy, the messy, and the unspoken. So until next time, bye.
Bye.